And Rich joins us now with a check of sports. Rich.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. We're going to take a look at it. Kind of an interesting sport, a little undershown and undermotivated. We'll talk about it here. Do you remember when you started a sport and then a year later you had multiple Canadian records? No? Well, me either. Well, that's the case for a local archer, Dawson Williams. The young teenager picked up a bow and arrow for the first time last December, and he's now turning heads across the country. Dawson Williams has been involved with archery for just over a year and is already breaking records. His beginnings in the sport were quite simple.
One of my buddies was doing it, so I came down and gave it a try because they do a Friday night fun night thing. I came down and tried it, and I was hooked.
Williams was a double gold medalist at the BC Winter Games, winning one in a shoot-off, something he's never even tried.
I don't do shoot-offs in practice, so I've never experienced them before, so it comes down to basically about a dozen arrows that could put you in last place or in first place.
The young teenager felt the intensity of the situation, but gathered himself and continued his run of archery success.
You have to make all of those arrows count, and generally that's when a lot of people would cave, because there's so much pressure at that moment.
Silvertips coach Keith Patterson says the young prodigy works hard and uses his natural gifts to his advantage.
I think a lot of it with Dawson is his natural ability. He's very athletic to start with, so he just seems to catch on to it quite fast.
High-level archers must spend hundreds of hours perfecting their technique. Patterson sees that dedication in Dawson.
Dawson not only goes to my 3 classes, he goes to 2 other classes, so he gets lots of shooting in, and that's the object, lots of shooting and concentration.
Dawson's analysis is simplistic, yet clearly effective.
Take a couple deep breaths between each shot. Try and slow my heart rate down so that I'm not shaking while I'm shooting.
Despite being in the sport for such a short time, Dawson recently broke his own Canadian Open record. The mark he originally beat to set the record had stood for over 40 years. The future is bright, and his first goal is right here in Prince George.
Go to the Canada Winter Games for 2015, since they're in town. And hopefully maybe the Olympics one day.